Yeah, I'm expecting a good race from Dan, and if he can stretch his lead and continue the pace he's shown in qualifying before the dry period hits, he's definitely going to be in prime position to win this race. Have you included your audio? I'll have a look.
Okay, right there. Apparently it weren't included. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just having a few technical problems. Again.
Included your audio?
Let's see. Here we go, right.
Yeah, okay.
You can hear my beautiful voice, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Welcome to Singapore Season 19 Tier 2. Here you go. You didn't hear that from me first, so you're going to hear it from me again. Predictions. Dan Sulzer's going to win. Bram, who do you think?
I agree. 100%. Dan Bos is going to... I think he's going to stretch his lead through the wet period and be far enough ahead.
As he stopped raining.
When it dries
up.
It
stopped raining then. From the off-board cam, like the spectate view, looks like the rain has stopped. From certain angles.
Off-board cam, it definitely.
Well, certain angles. Right then, here we go then, Bram. We are finally ready for the Singapore Grand Prix live from Marina Bay.
Great circuit.
I mean,
fantastic.
Yeah, great circuit. Anyway, here we go then. The drivers at the back. Koike, bad qualifying from him, 18th on the grid.
Ooh.
And he's going to be with a lot of the new drivers. He doesn't know how they drive. He doesn't know what they're like, and he's also got Dilemma near him as well. So it's going to be.
All right, all the cars are.
Going to be scary for Koike down in P18 on the grid. But here we go, Bram. We are gearing up for the Singaporean Grand Prix. Here we go. 2 light, 3 light, 4 light. 5 lights on the gantry, and it's lights out, and away they go. Jump start ready from Max Andrews. That's a bad start from the AlphaTauri. He'll be losing 23 seconds in the pit lane. Dan leads, followed by Dan. We've got Max Andrews running outside. Collision between the two. The Haas and the Alfa Romeo off the circuit. A lot of drivers off the circuit. There's a span drive at the back. That is Rayleigh and Lalax. There's a sector 1 yellow. Dan leads by 7/10 his qualifying gap. Second is F1 FXBI Daniel, and there's a spinner at the back.
Oh, there's a big
massive crash! Massive crash! Max Andrews is out of the race. Max Andrews is out of the Singaporean Grand Prix. Fuck that. He's out of the race. And there you go. He's down in. Nicky's had a very bad start. Sector 1 yellow. No safety car for some reason. And Nicky's had a bad start. Bram, he's down in P13, I believe, with front wing damage. Down at the back of the field there. Yeah, he's got front wing damage, Bram. Nicky's got front wing damage, and he's hit Marlon. He has hit Marlon, and Marlon has spun out of the Singapore Grand Prix. It is kicking off in Singapore. Singapore never disappoints on the first lap. And, yeah, I mean, that is a disaster for Nicky. Broken front wing. The championship leader is going to lose a lot of points, potentially, in this race.
Start for him, but he's got the points cushion.
Yeah, 97 to Dan at the minute. Yeah, a little bit of battling down at the back. Can't believe it's still lap 1. That's crazy.
My drivers are going deep under the.
Oh, and Koike is struggling, and he's hit the Williams, and the Williams is in the wall. Oh my God! Action here in Singapore, and Dan has finished the first lap. God, it's kicking off in Singapore, Bram, tonight.
When dilemmas off the track, a lot of drivers are understeering off the track in the final corner.
Here we go then. Ritz is in the pit lane, Koike's in the pits. We're going to expect Nicky to be in. Yeah, Nicky's in the pit lane. Lalax is in the pits, and
There's a
Marlon.
lot of broken front wings.
Yeah, can't even imagine what Tier 3 is going to like tomorrow. Dan then, 1.4 seconds, Bram. It looks like Dan is in control of this Grand Prix with his championship rival in 16th.
As I expected.
Crazy. And FXBR
Now
Daniel
it's
as
gonna be
well.
very hard to overtake.
We're gonna have to deep this, Bram. FXBR Daniel P2 at the moment. Tubby in P4.
Yeah,
Tubby P4 here.
Start.
Great start from him. Bieber in P5. Norris has got himself up in a P6. And he's under pressure from player Luke. So we're going to have to watch out for this little battle that's going to commence for us. But yeah, I think Norris will be happy with that start, Bram.
Definitely, I agree, Maddie.
Right, there we go. And player Luke's definitely struggling. As F1X Dilemma and his teammate are driving through each other. And Shut Medals up in a P10 there. Next up for him is Crooken. I don't think Crooken's very good in these conditions, Bram. I don't think he's very comfortable. It'll be interesting, really, to see what he can do in that Red Bull. But we know he's consistent.
Yeah.
Not much action at the moment, Bram.
Nope. No, not too much going on as we speak.
As we speak, Dilemma's dropped down to P12. And he's in the wall!
Oh, and he's off the track.
Dilemma's out of the race and he's reset to the circuit. And there you go, he's gone. There you go. That's a disaster for him. Absolute disaster.
Oh, and there's Tadar or Tovar's off the track as well.
Struggling with that car. A lot of drivers struggling in these conditions, Bram. Really kicking off tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, the overtaking is going to be very hard, so it's just going to be all about keeping it on track.
It's a free yellow flag.
Well, the drivers are going to have to concentrate every single millisecond of this race. One lapse in concentration and your race is over.
Yeah. Bieber in. I'll tell you something, Ferrari are looking very strong in this championship at the moment. They're currently, battling with Alfa Romeo in the constructors. It is Ferrari versus Alfa Romeo for the constructors, just like Red Bull and Mercedes in real life. And it's quite close. Nicky down in P16 as well, Bram. That is crucial for any sort of championship, because obviously if Dan wins this race, which is looking likely at the moment, I know it's only lap 3, but still.
He's already 2 seconds in the lead.
Yeah. You know, if Nicky scores no points at all this race, that's 25 points that Dan will have. That is insane. Like 25 points, that is a lot in the championship. But AR Jax now is catching to the back of FXBR Daniel. Great race so far for Brazil. 4 Brazilians in top 5.
Yeah, but Daniel's starting to drop off a bit.
I think he should just block.
Jack's looking to make a move, but it's going to be very hard without any DRS.
I do like how the Singapore lettering is actually on the curbs. Oh, and Norris is in the wall on the exit of the final corner. He's got no front wing now. He's broken his front wing. He has broken his front wing.
He's gonna have no grip.
I think that's gonna.
I think around for a whole lap.
I think that's gonna be a retirement. I think he's gonna have to. I think he's gonna retire. He even got the lettering on the wall. If you look on the left-hand side of where Norris is, you got the lettering of Singapore.
That's very unfortunate for STB Norris.
Yeah, he lost it on the final corner, Bram, and then there you go.
He's going side by side with Crooker now.
It's going to be dangerous.
It's going to be crucial for him to not understeer into Crooker, which is going to happen. I just know it's going to happen.
Crooker's through, Shot Medals through as well.
Shot Medals got to switch back.
Kicking off, Bram. Like these drivers, like
he's going for a move on Kaiki as well.
Yeah, Nicky is through, round the outside into P15, and there's a sector 3 yellow Dilemma. Has crashed again. And he's going to have to go across the track into the pits. Great stuff in Singapore, Bram, and it's only lap 4 of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, we love to see this. Norris now struggling.
You know, Bram, it's actually been 20 minutes since we actually opened the new lobby.
And we're on lap 4.
We're on lap
and
4
Norris
of
is
the
in
Grand
wall.
Prix. This is actually in like this is crazy. Singapore is. I don't know how they do it in real life. I don't know how they do it in real life. Honestly, I don't know.
Cockpit. Fun fact: during the races in Singapore in real life, the cockpit temperature is 50 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, because you're
They
in.
have to drive through that for at least 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, because you're literally in like the the most southeastern part of Asia. Like you're literally on the
It's the
equator.
humid part as well.
Yeah.
They're losing a lot of sweat.
Norris then in the
race is
pits.
the most physically demanding race of the whole season. And
I mean, it's looking demanding for these tier 2 drivers. I don't even know what's going to happen for the tier 3s.
Relix is up into P11.
I am scared for us tier 3 drivers. Very scared for us tomorrow. It's going to be a long evening.
Yeah, especially if it rains.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Right then, the player Luke looks to have got through. Norris is still in the pits. He's coming out now.
And there's not a lot going on at the moment.
Literally nothing going on.
Isn't really stretching his advantage anymore. And Arjax is still looking to get past Daniel, but Daniel has got some decent pace.
I think it should stop raining, to be fair.
I think it should stop raining, to be fair as well.
It's this is very long, Bram. I do feel sorry for you in the Netherlands. The race is going to end very late for you.
Yeah, no worries. Got a study date tomorrow, so no business to attend. Just full on studying for the whole day.
Yeah, very good actually. I'm working from home now due to the virus getting bad. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, and there's been a spin or a crash. Who was that? Sorry.
Tovar on his first race is not really making the best of impressions as Dambos is improving his lap time.
There's a sector 2 yellow. There's an Alpha. There's an Alpine.
I think that's Marlon Kanga.
Marlon.
Or is it? No.
Yeah, it's Marlon. He's
sure.
broken his front wing. A lot of breaking front wings here in Singapore this evening.
Yeah, Madi, you would know about that since you broke your front wing 6 times in the STB Season 17 Tier 2 Singapore GP.
Did I actually?
You broke your front wing 6
We're
times.
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to upload the classic. We're gonna have to do some classic races and upload Season 17 Singapore. To be fair,
I think we should not.
I think we should.
That race was a full wet Singapore
Was
race
it actually? No wonder I crashed.
It was heavy rain and you finished like 3 laps down.
Did I actually?
Remember that?
Yeah, but at least I didn't retire that day.
Yeah, that's good to be fair. That's good commitment.
Good commitment, and there's a
The
sector 3
drivers.
yellow flag. Is that Koike?
Ooh, and there's
Koike!
another-
Oh! He's had a disaster.
In the pits though.
He's had a disaster. I think he crashed out in Imola, crashed out in Russia, and was in the pit lane, broken front wing in Singapore.
And Dambos is coming up to lap F1X Dilemma on lap 6 of this race.
Oh no.
There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Marlon Kanga has given up on the race.
Well, there you go. He's out. The second ever STB Venezuelan driver, and he's out of the Grand Prix. We'll see you next time in Japan. Right then. So it looks like, Bram, obviously because of the wet weather, the drivers can't eke out. They're very level, aren't they, on pace and performance, so they can't really eke out the speed, which means that Jax is still 8/10 adrift of Daniel. But if this was a real life Grand Prix, firstly, Michael Massey would be very busy, and secondly, Brazil would be very happy with their drivers at the moment. You got
and thirdly, I'd go for a nice nap.
Yeah, that sounds good to me actually.
Same here.
There's
some racing at the back. Bureau Ritchie and Tovar are going side by side in the final sector.
Interesting. Tovar looks to be struggling in these wet conditions.
Ritchie got disqualified in qualifying.
He's got himself up in a P13,
Nice to say.
and now he's going to.
But
In fact,
He's gonna try to
ERS.
run out the final corner using some ERS. He's braking a lot later than
Yeah,
Tovar.
Tovar looks to be struggling with the braking and struggling with those lines. He's not really taking...
Optimum lines.
Yeah, here we go. Then he's going to have a much better exit. He's going to try to go on the outside. Mexico versus America. And Ritzy picks up a penalty.
The track,
Around the outside.
but he's got his made to move stick.
And Norris is catching up. And Nicky's catching up to these as well. So Nicky is looking pretty good. But then you got a 29-second gap from Ritzy to Rayleigh X. So, yeah. Oh, and Tovar definitely struggling. Nice up the inside of the Alpine.
Norris sends it down the inside. Tovar's in the wall. They make a bit of contact. Tovar swipes his front wing against Norris's tire. And now Nicky's gonna go side by side with him into the old Singapore sling section. This surely can't end well. Nicky can dictate the corner though. Runs him nice and wide, and there's a class overtake by Nicky.
I think Nicky will be fuming with his race so far. He's obviously had a collision as well with the Alpine.
Yeah, he needs a safety car.
I'm actually really surprised the fact that there's not been a safety car yet in this Grand Prix. Like not even a virtual safety car, Bram. That's very weird. But I mean,
yeah, I'm very surprised as well.
I mean,
very surprised.
Well, anyway, talking of surprised, Jax has caught 6/10 in the first sector on Daniel. Looks like Daniel's had
He's
bad.
purple in the first sector.
Bad
He's
lap.
looking to make a move.
Can it stop raining now, please? We're on lap 8, Bram, of this Grand Prix.
Oh, and there's a yellow
Oh,
flag.
and Tovar has done a Bruno Senna, and he's reversing. It's a Bruno Senna 2010, and he's hit the wall. No safety car, no virtual. Is Singapore broken or something for safety cars? I'm confused. But no, Tovar, yeah, not a good performance here in Singapore. Koike has had a disaster, Bram. Like an actual disaster, if you can hear me.
Yeah.
And Norris has hit the wall again on exit. Oh my dear God. He's having a horrid time with that traction. Really struggling, Bram, with the ABS as well.
Norris, surprisingly, despite being on pad, struggles in the rain quite often.
I mean, I struggle in the rain, but to be fair, I struggle in the dry as well, so... it's not a problem for me, but it's really weird. We're only on lap 8 at the Grand Prix. This is long, Bram. This is a long race. Why did you put Singapore on the calendar? Dan, another fast lap of the race. He's dominating here in Singapore. And Koike's having a disaster. 12 in the pits. Still 18 drivers, Bram. I'll tell you something, F1X Dilemma has had.
That's surprising to me.
F1X Dilemma, Bram. I think he could be coming in to retire from this Grand Prix.
Nah, Dilemma is not one to give up.
I think he is. There you go. What did I say? He's retired from the race.
As you said, I think so too. He's going to retire from the race.
He has retired. He's gone. He's out. We'll see you in Japan. Disappointing race there for the Spaniard. I mean, it was bound to happen. You know, 20 drivers at Singapore. You know, such a competitive field. You know, they all want to get up there.
So much people to crash into.
Yeah, I mean, natural habitat really, but. Just really not. Lap 9, Bram.
Yeah,
lap 9.
There's not a lot going on.
Lap 9 of the Grand Prix.
Rain's not really decreasing.
And there's a yellow flag again.
Ooh, and I think.
Oh, player Luke! Player Luke's lost his front wing. Oh no, this is going to be a disaster for Matthew Cook and Chuck Medal and all them. Manuel's had a bad race. He's down in P10. He's got Rayleigh X right back of him, but player Luke is, wow, down in P7 now, and he's going to have to try and get out of the way of Crooken and not hold them up too much. Yeah, got broken front wing. He's going to have to come in pits. He's going to have to come in the pit lane.
And this race, the only thing it needs is a safety car and a drying track. That's what I'd be here for.
Oh, and player Luke. This has been a disaster.
When
for him. Look
Arjax
at
might be
here.
able to go for a move on Daniel this lap. He's
Oh, sorry.
closer than before. He's got a good exit out of turn 5. Can he go for a move though? No, he can't. He doesn't have the straight. Oh, he's going for it! Big dive and calculated move. Good racing.
Yeah, great racing there from the Haas.
True.
But yeah, it is true, isn't it? But basically, Jack, yeah, great battle from the Haas driver. Looks to have left Tubby for chips. I do like that name, Tubby. Good name out.
Yeah.
See, we just got to chat loads of nonsense, Bram, because nothing's going on in the race.
Yeah, we need to make it a bit of a podcast until it dries up.
Oh, and Mafia Espan! Oh my God! Oh no, that's getting recorded from me right there. That's getting put in the STB Hall of Fame for the 8-year anniversary clip. Here we go.
And that's what we like to see in our podcast.
That was a beautiful spin from Mafia, though. That was actually beautiful, to be fair.
He seems to be going for a move on player Luke or STB. No, yeah. Nah, they've passed the overtaking section, but player Luke's gone in a bit wide.
Nick is going to be fuming right now. Down in P14, he's had a shocker. I don't even think he got taken out. I just think he was just involved in the collisions. You know, he weren't like hit off the circuit. It was just, you know, wrong time, wrong place for the German, and he's down in P14. He's had a shocker. Been a shocking race so far, Bram, for Nicky.
Yeah. And Arjax
Lap 11 then. Not even halfway distance. I know I keep moaning, but this is really not giving what we need.
through the race.
We're 1/3 through the race. This is not giving what we deserve in STB. This is not giving. But the track is
Arjax
looking...
go for a move on Daniel. They make contact. He's finally decided to go for it. I don't know if he's got front wing damage from that.
No, he hasn't.
He's taking a big risk there. He's gone for the dive.
He's getting impatient, and he broke so late into the Singapore swing
Might be able
section.
to go for a Massa type move. Oh, nah.
He's braking so late compared to Daniel right now. He wants this position, Bram.
Daniel's already almost 5 seconds behind Dambos.
4.4 seconds is the gap. I don't know whether Jack has got damage. It looks like he hasn't. He's gotten away with that. Good driving from the Haas.
It was a good move, in my opinion. Inspired move.
Yeah, no front wing damage, looks like, from the spectate cam.
Undeservedly so.
I think he's Belgian. I think he's Belgian. He's French or Belgian or both. It depends. I don't know. But one or the other or both, like half. All I know is he's having a very good race at the moment, 6 tenths behind Dan. Oh, and, well, I mean, Dan's picked up a penalty, but is that really going to matter at this moment? I
If there's a
don't
safety
really.
car, it is going to matter. If there's no
It's
safety car,
yeah.
he's still going to run away.
Well, I'm here.
If he keeps this going, he's going to win by 15 seconds.
I'll tell you something, Bram. Koike is about to get lapped.
Wow. But of course, Kaiki did lose his front wing.
It was just an absolute disastrous to lap 1. It was awful. Really bad. Like, really bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to, you know, shade or be nasty to these T2 drivers, but lap 1 was pretty shocking. And Tubby has caught up to these two now.
Well, we still got 17 drivers in the running, so as I
Sector
say
2 yellow. I don't think we've got 17 no more, because Koike's span is facing the wrong way. That's a disaster for him. I think it might be a retirement on the end of this lap.
And it's gonna march on in this race. And
I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if Koike continues. To be fair.
yeah, I am surprised by the amount of runners still in the race.
17 drivers, Bram. On lap 12, that's banging.
Yeah, 17 in the rain at Singapore.
I mean,
That's
it's literally It's literally the worst scenario.
Yeah. There's nothing that could have been. I mean, full wet would have been worse.
Full wet. Can you just imagine if it actually was full wet though, Bram? That we'd literally be on we'll be on lap 4 by now.
Yeah.
Like it would be insane. Like it would actually be crazy.
The formation lap would just have ended if we were wet.
Formation lap. It is currently 9 p.m. ladies and gentlemen.
10
Oh,
where I'm from.
10 in Netherlands, and it's like.
And hold on, the rain's definitely getting lighter now.
6 in Brazil. I think it's like 6 p.m. in Brazil. Very late. It's nearly dinner time. It's nearly dinner time in Mexico for Max Andriux. He's actually
There's a
at
Red
the
Bull in
race.
the pits. I think it's Krukren. Oh, it's
Yeah, what did I say? What did I say? I reckon I should be one of them predictors. Do you know what I mean? One of them people that. Yeah, because I literally called that. I called that guy who's going to attack at the end of the lap. Look what happened.
You know what? I reckon those people with crystal balls. I think it actually works. Nah,
Wow.
I'm waffling. I mean, there's something about it.
I don't need crystal balls to predict because I mean.
Let's not continue about crystal balls.
Yeah, let's not continue this conversation. But no,
and there's a yellow flag in the first sector. There's no yellow flag in the first sector anymore. Arjax has
Tolvar trying to get out of the way of the drive. Tolvar trying to get out of the way. Blue flag.
There's some generous getting out of the way.
I'm disappointed with this race so far, to be fair.
Me too.
I'm really disappointed, bro. Like, I'm actually disappointed. I'm actually surprised we've got 5 viewers watching us right now.
I'm very grateful.
Thank you everyone that has joined the Singapore Grand Prix. You could be anywhere right now, but you are watching arguably one of the deadest races on the Formula 1 calendar. But we've got to come to every circuit in STB. We've got to come to every circuit in this league. We can't be skipping races. Like 14 now for the race grab. I can have a little nap, you know. And it's a sector 3 yellow and it's Tolvar's in the barrier.
Is this tyre off?
No, just a front wing. She broke his front wing. I think he's locked up into the. Yeah, I mean he's sure he's got. No safety car though. This is very weird. Shut medals in the pits. I didn't even think about the drivers potentially going on another set of intermediates, bro. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and that's gonna spice up the race. Shot medals.
And it's front wing damage as well. Front wing change, but still, 14 laps on intermediates is quite a long time. So we might be expecting some pit starts, but I'm not too sure. I'm surprised that Tolvar crashing hasn't caused a safety car.
Yeah, Madi, that's because he hasn't retired from the session.
Oh yeah.
That's what I would think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, about that. Sorry, I forgot. I'm a little bit, slow this evening, Bram, for obvious reasons. I'm a bit slow. Slow tonight. A bit slow tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with.
P9, 410 behind RPR menu is looking to make a move.
I'll tell you someone who must be bored in this race. Crooked. 16 seconds is the gap. There's a yellow flag. Aston Martin's banned.
Player Luke.
Player Luke has banned. It is a disaster. This race, Bram. Like, I'm actually, these are amateur errors. It's not like the drivers are side by side because they're the gap's 4 seconds. 4 million minutes between each driver. Excuse me, 4 million minutes. So, we're not going side by side. Interestingly though, Bram, Daniel is catching ever so slightly to Dan Souza at the minute. Yeah,
Dumbos is really controlling this race at the moment. I don't think he's going for any. He's not really pushing it. If I was him, I'd be. Oh, and it stopped raining. Oh, never mind. It looked like it.
Are you all right, Bram?
It looked like it.
I'll tell you something. We've got to talk a bit of nonsense now because of this race. The buildings around this circuit are actually beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah,
Look
Singapore,
at
Singapore
Dan right
is
now.
one of the places I want to go. It's on my wish
It's
list.
literally
Such
like
a
Abu
great-
Dhabi.
Yeah, Singapore is a great place. I'd really like to go there once in my lifetime, and I think. Imagine going to the Singapore Grand Prix, Maldi. Oh,
That'd
and
be
Tovar's
crazy,
now
as Tovar
retired on the
has-
track, and that might be the first safety car of the race.
Has retired.
He's parking his car right now. And Rayleigh now very, very, very close behind RPR Manuel. He might be able to go for a move into Felipe Massa hairpin.
Felipe Massa hairpin. Oh yeah, it's very close actually.
Oh, and
On the back of the Costa
doing
Rica.
a bit of a power slide.
Very crazy the fact how we can actually say the Costa Rican driver. I think that's very cool.
I agree, that's cool AF.
Didn't Costa Rica get through to like the semi-final of the World Cup one year?
Yeah. Quarterfinal. Then they got knocked out by the Netherlands.
She goes to Netherlands, causing problems. Just not you, Bram, though. Obviously, you are a lane instead.
You were lame that too for being here
Thank
with me
you.
today.
Well, I mean, I could be. Yeah.
I mean, it's your league, but still.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, you got to be committed, Here we go, talking of commitment, AR Jack has literally been committed to looking at FXBR Daniel's red flashing light for 16 laps now.
Yep.
That is commitment. That is commitment. We are at the halfway stage as well, so this is
all the race
beautiful.
runners, and we're starting to see new fastest laps being set. I think that's a good sign of the track potentially drying up a bit.
And we are also looking
And
at
Rayleigh
Nicky
is going to go
Pedjenin.
for a move down the inside of RPR Manuel. Manuel goes a bit wide, but Rayleigh wasn't really committed on the move.
I think some of these drivers, Bram, are just waiting for this rain to end, because
Yeah,
it does get a bit tedious. It gets very tedious. If the race is like, you know, oh, look at this grandstand. It's a good little grandstand, this, isn't it? I'd love to sit there.
There's two races on my wish list: Japan and Malaysia. Sorry.
Malaysia.
Malaysia's a good race too. Shame they don't race there anymore.
Well, you know my two wish list tracks, so.
Yeah.
We'll actually be going to them.
Malaysia's one of them, but what's the other one?
Malaysia?
Yeah, what's the other one?
You mean Saudi Arabia?
Oh, to go to. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but to be in Formula 1, I'd love Malaysia to be back in the calendar. That'd be lovely. It can replace Singapore any day. Right then, Rayleigh is still on the back of Manuel. He needs to try and get himself up into P8. And Nicky is 1.3 seconds behind Ritzy, so he's coming into contention to actually get in the top 10. Mafia picks up another penalty. No surprise there. Right, me very quiet this evening. What are your thoughts so far on Singapore? Sorry, we've missed it. AR Jax has got the move done on FXBR Daniel Brown. The overtake of the Grand Prix. Well done. Well done. Great stuff there, Brown. No reaction. Great stuff. AR Jax gets himself.
My controller went off. I missed the R-Jax overtake.
Anyway, Bram, don't worry about it. AR Jax is through, up in a P2, and Rayleigh and Manuel look to have
battled.
Collision. Had a collision.
Clashed.
That's the word, clashed. I'm on the English native speaker, and I don't even know the word. Love it. That is how.
That's what this race is making us do, and I think it's gonna dry up soon. There's no other explanation for the drivers being on these inters for this long.
I think it should stop raining now, to be fair. Like, right this second. It's very light, to be fair, Bram. Very light rain at the minute.
Yeah, very light. I think it's gonna stop raining quite soon. We might see a safety car in there as well, and the race would be completely neutralized, which I'd like to see. I'd love to see.
I mean, Bram, usually we would be finishing the race.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. And we got another 10 laps left. This
More.
is
We've got 14 or yeah, 14 laps to go.
well, 10 or so laps left. I mean, it's yes, guys, I'm very tired this evening. Very tiring coming to Singapore. It's very tiring.
True.
Very tiring. But next week, Bram.
A bit of a jet lag.
Next week we do go to the Japanese Grand Prix.
Yes, come on, Japan.
Obviously, Tier 1 don't. They go to USA. So Tier 2 and Tier 3.
I love Japan.
Tier 2 and Tier 3. You're going to be on top 4 commentary next week. Tier 2 and 3, as the intermediates, Bram, do look quite worn at the moment. This is going to play.
Raining, Maddie. It stopped raining.
Here we go. It stopped raining. This is crucial. So it looks like if you look at the intermediates at the moment, Bram, I'll talk about Japan in a moment. But if you look at intermediates of these drivers, they're looking very worn and they're looking a little bit slick at the moment.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're gonna have to drive through this drying track for 1 or 2 more laps, and then they can switch to mediums, I suppose. But they're all going into the pits already. They're going.
Are they?
They have to pit.
Oh yes, they are. This is crucial. Has Dan made the right decision staying out? Fiberin has spun on the final corner. Fiberin has spun on the final corner. It looks like he's got no front wheel. That's very weird, Brian. If you look at his screen right now.
Yeah.
He had no front wheel.
Puncture.
That's crazy.
And drivers are switching to mediums already. They're going for the dries.
Crooken's in the pit lane. Matthew's only coming through the final sector, the final chicane now.
Crooken's in the pits. Is Matthew gonna
mediums?
box?
Mediums. Is that a mistake for Dan Souza? Is that a mistake for Dan Souza?
Out. No, he doesn't.
Manuel's in the pit lane. Raylex in the pit lane. And yeah, is that a mistake, Brown, for Dan Souza?
If this track is dry enough, Arjax is struggling through this. Ooh. It's not looking very dry as of right now.
That could well be an inspired decision. Shot Medals in the pits. Dicky's in the pit lane. Ray Lex is in the pit lane. Manuel's in the pits. Matthew's in the pit lane. This could be a dominant performance right here, Bram, from Dan Souza. Getting 3 tenths in the second sector.
Ooh.
DRS is also enabled. This could well be the moment.
And I think Ambles might have chosen the right lap. I think there's not really much to split it, but Arjax doesn't have a lot of grip as of right now. I suppose Ambles won't have a lot of grip either.
But he's gaining in the second sector by 5 tenths.
Yeah, but Arjax is gaining time now. He's gained 1.5 seconds through the middle sector.
Yeah. Here we go then. Dan just needs to cover off his lead. Cover off the gap. Sector 2 yellow flag. Sector 1, sorry. And Dan is in the pits. Here we go. Sorry, Rayleigh versus Manuel down into the Singapore thing. And Rayleigh has got the move done on those mediums. It's definitely medium compound silence now, Bram. Dan is left his pit box. So he has protected that lead that he
inherited.
He had. He's coming out the pit lane now.
Arjax set up
coming down the straight.
Sector, it's going to be quite tight actually, Maddy.
Very tight. That's a crucial move from AR Jax here. Bram, have we got a race on our hands for the victory? Because I don't know whether Dan has got the pace in the dry compared to the wet. But is this, and he's got DRS as well. Have we got a race in our hands finally, Bram?
And it's getting spiced up right here.
And Tubby's looking pretty strong on the back of Daniel as well. And Fiberin's 10 seconds behind because of his spin. Talking of battles, Ritz is in the pits. He has gone very long on those intermediates. God, Bram, I've woken up.
Yeah, this is more like it. Toby now
I've woken up.
3 tenths behind the Daniel. Sorry. FXBR
And Manuel's in the pits. I swear Manuel already pitted. I think maybe... oh, no, he
and
didn't.
Nicky's up into the points finally.
Manuel is on a set of mediums. And Nicky's 4 tenths behind Shot Medal. Nick's going to be very quick in the dry conditions now. He is leading the championship for a reason. DRS, look at the closing speed. Overtake mode as well. It's going to be a straightforward move for the Alfa Romeo. Up the inside, P9. There you go, sweet as you like.
Decent stuff from Nicky.
But is he going to gain 14 seconds? I don't think so. So this could well be his best position. P9 though.
Daniel's gone in deep. Maldi Toby's going to go for a move on the pit straight.
Here we go. DRS is enabled, of course, as well.
Daniel's not had a great run through the final corner.
Here we go, sorry, it's DRS, Bram, here we go, side by side, an actual overtake at the Singaporean Grand Prix up the inside. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I come. This is why I come to the races and commentate for battles like that. Tubby and Daniel.
Great to
there
see.
You go. Poor strategy from Daniel, actually. Down to P4, he was in P2, so.
I don't think it's a poor strategy, I just think he hasn't got the dry pace to deal with.
Well, that's what I mean, sorry, that's what I mean. Sorry, I'm just getting confused now. I'm just acting confused again.
Seems to be sticking with Dambos quite nicely.
And who said you can't overtake on a street circuit? Right, Bram, I actually said, can Nicky catch 14 seconds? Probably not. He's gained 1.4 seconds on the lap.
Wow.
1.4 seconds in one lap. Fast lap of the race as well.
And yeah, Nicky is always, as we know, he's always got great pace, especially in the drive.
Definitely, definitely tier 1 potential driver.
Yeah, I
definitely.
think he could get P7 in this race if he keeps this pace up. And with a safety car, he could aim for even higher positions.
I don't know, but the safety car's been very buggy tonight. I was expecting a safety car like 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah. Dambos
also set the fastest lap.
New fastest lap, and
After
Arjax,
the lap.
I don't think Arjax got the pace to get past Dambos.
Well, I think Ray Lex may have made a mistake because Nicky isn't really catching much this lap. He's catching, but not by 1.4 seconds. Slightly up on his personal best. Well, I'll tell you something, Bram. We've definitely woken up.
Yeah, that's true.
Ray Lex is catching to the back of Mafio as well, coming through the final corner now. Going very wide. Trying to use as much of the track as possible.
And a bit of the not track as well.
Yeah, Mafio's gone a bit deep. Mafio's not good at this circuit. He's been moaning all week.
He normally moans all week, even if he is good at the circuit.
Oh.
Relax.
Has
got the DRS.
I think Nicky's very good in the final sector. He's gained 3 tenths. No, not 3 tenths, sorry, 6 tenths. In the final sector on Ray Lex.
He's got 10 laps to make.
But Bram, sorry to keep cutting you off. But obviously now Ray Lex is going to be battling with Mafio, and Mafio's going to try and keep the position. He's got nothing to lose. He's not battling anyone.
Move into the Felipe Massa hairpin.
He's not battling anyone.
He is close.
Oh, he is. Oh no, this is really holding him up.
Right off.
Really helping Nicky. This is going to get the gap down at 11 seconds.
So yeah.
Yeah, he well in the hairpin. Yeah, 11 seconds is the gap. He needs to catch probably 1.5 seconds a lap.
Yep.
And the dirty air around Singapore.
Have to get the overtakes done as well. You're right, man.
Yeah, the dirty
He's not
air.
looking good on the ERS situation though. He's only got around 16%.
Yeah, we've also talked about situation. We've also got a potential problem The first problem is Ray Lex is going to have some dirty air situation, and we've also got Dan Souza with a 3-second time penalty. 2.1 seconds is the gap to Jack.
Oh, and
Dan Souza.
Reliax once again going for an audacious dive down the inside of a tight corner. But once again backs out last minute. Can he go for a move on the turn 6 straight?
Bram, sorry. If Dan wants to win this race...
STB Norris is in the wall, I think, but I'm gonna have to stay with Reliax and Mafio. They're gonna go side by side into turn 7. Still side by side.
Here we go, still side by side. Here we go, bro. I think you need to shut up because this is my shout in the moment now of the Tier 2 Singaporean Grand Prix. Mafio tries to go around the outside and there's a yellow flag. Norris has retired in the pit lane. Mafio's got no grip and they go down a P8 and he's lost 5 tenths to Nicky. Bram, what I was saying is Dan Souza has got a 3-second time penalty. But what he needs to do is he needs to get the gap out to 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't realise that, but he's definitely got some decent pace at the moment.
Yeah, you're right.
See, I'm on high alert this evening. High alert.
Yes,
10.3 seconds is 10.3 seconds is the gap to Mafio, but I mean I'm not confident. Well, actually, it is Mafio, so maybe.
Buddy, do you want to know how long this race has been going for?
I don't want to know.
47 minutes.
This is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching us, thank you. I'm surprised if we have any viewers at the moment, but still though, 14 competitors at the moment in this Grand Prix. More than I expected.
Definitely, I expected all the drivers to be in the points.
Yeah.
At this stage of the race.
Definitely.
I think Matt has to save fuel. He's lifting and coasting into the corners.
I think it was very well. It wasn't unrealistic because we know Nicky's pace, but it was very. It was going to be difficult for Nicky to catch. I think 9th is the best position he can get in this Grand Prix. But Jax is keeping the gap to Dan. 2.7, 2.8, 2.9. He's on that cusp. I'm watching the gap very closely. Jax looks to be better in the final sector, Bram. Looks to lose his time in the first and second, and then he gains it in the third. And he's made a big mistake on the exit turn 2. That could well be the end of his challenge for the victory. Oh.
There's no close battles going on track.
And he's gone dead again. Mafio is 9.1 seconds is the gap between him and Mafio. I mean, I don't know how these drivers are still continuing. I'd be bored. I get bored very easy. So if I was in this Grand Prix, Bram, I have no idea what I'd be doing. Like, I'd need to. I don't even know. Like, I'd be livid.
I know.
The previous lap from Dan Souza was a 1:39. We're doing 1:39 lap times.
Got the win in the bag.
We've got 1:39 lap times, Bram, and we are only coming on to lap 26 now of the Grand Prix. Like, wow. Like, wow. In the wet, they were doing 2-minute lap. Well, at the start of the race, it was 2 minute. Well, nearly 2 minutes, 1:57. And then they were doing 1:54s. Honestly, such a long race. So long. I applaud any driver. You know, if I finish this race tomorrow, Bram, then there is a lot of respect coming my way. Because if I didn't finish in Russia, I didn't finish in Imola. If I end up finishing Singapore, then that is going to be an achievement. Big achievement.
Yeah, big achievement, and big for the championship as well. If you get if you can get a good.
I'm not getting the championship in tier 3, Bram. That's
No,
outrage.
But you get a top 3 position in the championship though.
Yeah, but I'm not going. Bram, I want a championship next season. I'm not getting promoted. No, I'm not getting promoted. No, that's not going to run. Right then. Gap-wise, no one can really box for softs and go for fastest lap. So Nicky may have that fastest lap. So 3 points on the board at the moment for Nicky. And the gap to Maffeo is 4 seconds. So, I mean, I forgot about that. Nicky has smoked Maffeo in the last few laps.
Yeah, Nicky's
Lap 27.
Gonna get Maffeo before the end of the race.
Lap 27 of the Grand Prix, as you say, Nicky's definitely going to get past Matt. We're gonna find out, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you watching, those of you that have stayed with us this evening, thank you ever so much. It's been a long Grand Prix. I'm very tired. It's nearly 10 o'clock in the UK. 27 minutes and it's 10 o'clock in England. It's a very long race. It's literally nearly midnight for STB Norris if he was sending this Grand Prix. Oh, that's just crazy.
That's reasonable, isn't it?
Probably. Matt, Bram, why is Singapore so long though? I'm generally... Oh, no, scrap that. 1.2 seconds. Here we go. Maffeo's been absolutely smoked. Like, genuinely smoked. Like, the last few laps.
He's going to be able to go for a move in the next few laps.
Oh.
In the next lap. Sorry.
Well, Maffeo's already got past. Nicky's got through. Maffeo just let him through. And he does a little thank you gesture.
That's
on
not
the back.
cool, Matt. We've been
Why
here
did Matt
for
let him
an
through?
hour. Matt. I
We've
think
been
we
here
might
for
have to
an...
give him a penalty for that.
We've been here for an hour. We've only had 4 overtakes.
Yeah.
Bram, I think we should have a 21 race season Singapore calendar, to be fair, next season.
Yeah, and I won't be commentator for that. Thank you very much.
I mean, it's been decent, you know. Well, it hasn't, but by decent, what I mean is Nicky's down now in P8. Dan is leading, and Tubby is P3. And I do like PNF1 Tubby. I think he's a good driver. And Maffeo is in the pits.
Yeah, Maffeo. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's
Softs.
That's the only explanation.
He's going for fastest lap. I don't know how
He's
Maffeo's
shit.
gonna. I don't know how Maffeo's gonna get.
Oh, and there's Ferrari off the track.
That fever in.
That's ghosted. Fever in, sorry.
Well, fever in, Can Cook and catch up? Can we have a little bit of a battle? We are very desperate tonight, aren't we, Bram?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what's going to happen in Tier 3 tonight. I'm actually scared for Tier 3, I'm not going to lie.
And Rayliak's got some good pace today. He's keeping the gap to Nicky nice and big.
9.8.
And silently had a very good race. No mistakes.
He has any, and now he's on the back of Feberin.
And I think Feberin got front wing damage because he's going very slowly. Yeah, Feberin got front wing damage, and that's Crooken up into a top 5 position. Oh, and Feberin's hit the wall for good measure once again. Great race by Crooken once again.
He's been very quiet, hasn't he? Very quiet.
Yep.
But we love quiet sometimes. You don't want to, a loud race.
Yeah, we love
crash all the
Crooken
time.
as well.
Yeah, Crooker's a very good driver. Fibrin is in the pits, so he's going fast lap as well. No, he's not. Yeah, he is. Sorry. No, he's not. Yeah, he is.
Green bolts on sauce to take the fastest lap away from
Nicky.
LI. No, IL. Slow Mafio. LI.
Well, no, Mafia hasn't actually got the fastest lap yet.
Yeah, but because Matt's not even gonna get that fastest lap on softs probably.
And he's broken his front wing on a wall, I think. This is a great race, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 29 of the race, and Dan is coming up to end lap 29. The relief on these drivers, I can't even imagine what their faces are going to be at the end of lap 31. I think it's actually illegal to have 31 laps at Singapore. I think it's illegal.
It should be.
I think it's illegal.
I think we should do 25% race. Full wet's probably still longer than most 50% races.
Mafio's purple in the first sector.
Yeah, he's not gonna keep that up.
Let's go crack into the barrier. I mean, we could always go to Monaco, Bram.
No, thank you. I think that'd be better to commentate over than this, to be fair. Fibrin is going for a move on Ritchie for the final points paying position.
Mafio's trying to catch up to the lack of manual.
They're going side by side into the final sector. This is going to be tight, but Fibrin backs off of it.
This is going to compromise his fastest lap attempt as well. Mafio is purple in sector 1 and 2.
Still not going to get the fastest lap.
On Mafio, prove Bram wrong.
He's picked up a pen.
First penalty of the race. He's gone 30 laps. That's pretty impressive.
Now it's Fibrin's time to go for a move. They're side by side into turn 1. And Fibrin gets ahead. Luckily there's only 2 laps remaining. Stambles has dominated this race. Utterly dominated.
7 seconds is the gap. Fibrin that's going to go for that fastest lap. Is he on the final lap, Dan?
Yes.
He is now. He is now. Is he coming up to lap Ritchie?
And as I said, Matt didn't get the fastest lap.
Well, we need that. Anyway. Daniel's coming the DRS of Tubby for this final lap. And Tubby has actually picked up a penalty, so this could well be a podium for FXBR Daniel.
Ooh, it's going to be close for that final podium position. But
yeah, I think Daniel's going to get it.
For a move in the
I think Daniel's going to get it because Tubby's got 3 seconds more penalties.
Okay, Tubby seems to be struggling though. Maybe Daniel can get him on track as well.
Alright, come on Dan. Finish the lap nice and quickly so we can wrap things up in Singapore.
Yeah, also we're doing no podium interviews today. I can announce that already. Unfortunately,
yeah, I mean,
none of the drivers speak English very well.
Yes, that's good. And there is a crash. Anyway,
matter for Dambos. He has utterly dominated this race. Great race by Dambos. Fantastic performance from him. Performance of a champion, but
he is going to come around the final corner. Player Luke gets past lap of the race. Going to come around the final corner, and yes. KTFE Dan Souza is going to win the Singapore Grand Prix. That is what I'm talking about. AR Jax will get P2. Daniel will get P3. He'll be happy with that. 4th is Tubby in his 2nd race in STB. Ray Lex has got the move done on Crooker. Crooker's made a mistake.
That's going to prove costly. He's lost his front wing, Maldi, on the last lap.
Broken?
Yep.
But he's broken it, or he's lost his whole front wings at the minute. No, he's broken it. Okay. Well, hopefully he'll still get P6.
He might be able to still catch him though. Nah.
No, he won't. No, Bram, you're just acting confused now.
Yeah, I'm confused to be fair.
You are acting confused, and Cooker's going to come around the final corner. P number 6. Nicky Berry's P7. He'll be very, very unhappy with that. Shut medal is going to be P8.
Pretty quiet
And
debut race for
Feberin.
me.
What's happened to Feberin?
He broke his front wing.
Again?
No, not again. But he had to pit. That's why he's on softs.
Well, it was just going very slowly, and Feberin.
That's a nice way to
Well,
end the race.
that just sums up his race, really. And player Luke's going to come around the final sector now.
And that's
Oh.
it.
That is. Whew, that's it for
session.
Singapore, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you on F1 2022.
I
And
feel
there you
sorry
go.
for Matt tomorrow.
In the whole race, and then he. I don't even think he's online at the moment. I think he's probably gone offline.
Yeah, probably had to go to bed.
Well, that is it then. That is your Singapore Grand Prix.
We're speechless because of how good
We're
this race is.
speechless. Dan Souza wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Second, AR Jax. Third is FXPR Daniel. Fourth, PNF1 Tubby. Fifth, Ray Lex. Sixth, Crooken. Seventh, Nicky. Eighth was Shut Medal. Ninth was Feberin. 10th was Ritzy. 11th player Luke. 12th RPR Manuel. 13th Lalex. 14th Mafio. And your non-finishers were Norris, Tova, Kaiki, Dilemma, Marlon Ganja, and Mex Andriox. Bram, thank you